What's up, world? How you guys doing? This is Augustic Dunbar, the hybrid entrepreneur, coming to you today with another interview, and I'm super excited to be here today with Miss Teisha. How you doing, Miss Teisha? And then Gary, how you doing? Super excited about this because you guys are my first couple on the show. And I've been trying to do this for a little bit, and so just a background on these two, right? Gary, you're still working. What industry is it right now that you work in?
It's a shipping supply company.
Shipping and supply company. Okay, awesome. And so Teisha is actually the owner of, say it for me, I don't want to get it wrong.
Destiny Day Spa by Danye.
That's a long name. Destiny Day Spa by Danye. Is Danye your middle name?
Danye is my middle name.
How did I know? I love it. So been in business as an entrepreneur now for 8 years, right? 8 years, 2 locations.
Yes.
Recently won the People Love Us Yelp Award,
yes.
right? Reader's Choice, and the Esthetician of the Month for July, right?
Yes.
And let's name the magazine for me.
Living Magazine.
Living Magazine. So
Yes.
got a whole rap sheet. It was kind of hard for me to remember that, but I nailed it. I like that. So can you kind of just tell the people a little bit about your upbringing? Did you have parents who were entrepreneurs, and maybe when did you first realize that you had the bug?
My father was an entrepreneur. He had several businesses going at all times. He just several businesses. He was always had his hand in several things that he owned. My mom did not, but she was the assistant. So she worked a full-time job, but she helped my dad with all of the businesses that he ran.
Okay, so he set a good example for hard work as an entrepreneur for you. Okay,
Yes.
and so did he ever tell you what the reason was why he worked so hard? Was it because it was to provide, or was it he just needs to be busy, or what was that like?
He worked hard to provide, but also he liked being his own boss. And I could always appreciate that about him, doing things for himself. He was in the military, and after the military, he did work for the VA for a little while, but my father always had that I need to be my own boss spirit, so he opened his own businesses.
I love it. So then, how long have you guys been married?
6 years.
6 years, okay. And then how long was the dating before that?
6 months.
6 months. Okay, all right. Hey, love moves fast. Love ain't got no timeline on it. I'm curious. So when you guys first met, who chased who?
Yes, I chased her.
Okay. I'm always trying to cause discord when I ask that question. That was too good. Okay. So then, what is it like? Tell us. So you've been in business 8 years. So you were already running your business by the time you guys met.
Yes, I was actually working 2 jobs. So, sometimes when you're getting your business up and going, you still have to work that full-time job until the entrepreneurship gets going. So, when we were dating, I was working for another med spa, and lo and behold, the med spa went out of business.
Oh, wow.
So guess what? Destiny Day Spa had to work. So once the med spa went out of business, I just pushed me to work harder, and it's working.
Okay, I like it. So then, when you guys met, what was your perception of her? Was it hey, she's always busy, she ain't got no time for me, or how did you process that?
I think both of our schedules were pretty busy, just making time.
Okay, so then the fact that she was busy and you were busy, it didn't mean much. You appreciated it.
It didn't bother me.
Okay. So then tell us, were there any, hardships that you guys had to learn how to overcome, when it came to being in a relationship but also running a business? Because I was taught that if you're married to an entrepreneur, you just have no choice. You're going to end up being their assistant at some point, right? And I know she speaks very highly of you just in general.
We just mesh well, even with the businesses. So, and he is my moral support, my rock, whatever I need. If I need something supply-wise, I'll ask him. If I'm gonna be running late, can you go pick up the kids? He's just whatever you need. He is so supportive. My husband is so very, very supportive. So we have never even run into you're too busy, you're working too much, or you need this and you need that. We work together. Even though Destiny Day Spa is my business, we work together. So we've never had that problem with time, or you're too busy for me, or you're too busy for the family. My husband always says, if I help you, I'm helping us. So
I love it. It's a very selfless way to think about that. I love it. I love it. How important would you say that is? Like to have a spouse that's helping you and is supportive of you while running the business. Do you have any friends who have the opposite?
it's very helpful. Yes, I know several estheticians whose husbands are not helpful and they're not as supportive. There are times where there are lulls in the business. We're in a lull right now. Summer's pretty slow for aesthetics. And oh my goodness, have shed several tears this summer already, like, oh my gosh, it's so slow. And my husband is always, it's gonna get better. You're gonna get those clients. Those clients are coming. Always pushing me, always telling me it's gonna be better, it's gonna be better. Yes, I do know estheticians that have spouses that say, you know what, it's not working. You need to shut it down.
Wow.
My husband has never said that. He always says, it's gonna get better, babe. We're gonna get those clients this week. We're gonna get those packages this week. We're gonna make that money this week. It's always where it's gonna happen. So.
I love it. I love it. So then you said that you were working 2 jobs and then you work, is it the med spa that shut down?
Yes, so I was working for a medical spa performing laser hair removal and skin treatments. And actually, I was on maternity leave with my twins. And I get a call from the office and they're just like, we're no longer in business.
Oh, wow.
We're sorry. Well, fortunately for
Were you
me,
shocked when that happened? Or did you know that
I
it
was
coming?
No, I was surprised because it was a very big company. They were
wow.
nationwide.
Okay.
And so I was surprised, but it was a blessing in disguise because that was always going to be my fallback in case Destiny Day Spa didn't work. And when you're an entrepreneur, in all honesty, you shouldn't be looking for the fallback. You're supposed to be looking for, how am I going to get this business up and going and keep it running? But fear will make you say, you know what? Keep this plan B over here. And that's what I was doing with the med spa, that was my plan B. And so then plan B went out of business. So Destiny Day Spa had to work, and 8 years later, here it is.
So what was your biggest fear in the beginning that you had to overcome?
My biggest fear was getting clients to trust me. Are they going to trust me with their skin? Are their results going to be what they wanted? And in my industry, there are not a lot of black estheticians.
Really?
Hence,
is that
the
the
reason,
DFW area or is just
in general,
okay.
There are not a lot of black estheticians. There's a handful, maybe a few hundred of us, but not a whole lot, which the other fear was I go by my middle name because my first name is Teisha. And so initially, I wouldn't tell the clients what my name was because I didn't want them to know that I was black coming into the business because...
And your middle name is Danye,
My
right?
middle name is Danye.
I mean, that sounds pretty black to me too. So
But it doesn't. They would think that I was Indian. They would think I was white. They wouldn't think I was black.
So that was a huge insecurity of yours in the beginning.
Huge insecurity. Now I don't care. Like initially, I wouldn't even put my picture on Yelp. I wouldn't put my picture on my website because I didn't want people to know that I was black.
So what happened to where now you don't care? What happened? What was the situation?
What happened was my confidence, my before and after pictures, my reviews. I finally was just like, you know what? I'm good at this. I'm doing a good job here. And if they don't like that I'm black, too bad.
Wow.
But initially, I was fearful that I wouldn't be able to retain clients. I had a client come in and she looked at me and she said, where is the esthetician? And I said, I am the esthetician. And she said, no, where's Danye? And I said, I am Danye. And she goes, oh, see, no. But she confirmed my fear because that's exactly how I thought that people would respond when they saw that the esthetician's name was Teisha.
So let me ask you a question. Do you believe that that's the truth, or do you think that that was your truth? Like, because you believe. So I know, and I study a lot of human psychology, right? There's something called the reticular activating system, and basically what it does is it filters out everything that's not important to us. And when you say something, let's say for example, like this happens to me all the time. Let's say my car is getting fixed and I need to rent a car, right? And so let's say I rent a blue Honda, and this is my first time ever seeing this car. And now that I've seen it, right? Now I see it on the highway everywhere I go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And but the cars have already been there. So
Right.
what I'm saying is, do you think that it's as obviously there's people who judge you being black and everything like that. Do you think it's as prevalent as you thought it was, or do you think that one time was it was very significant to you because it was already a fear that you had in the back of your mind?
No, it is the truth. Because that's only one example. There are several other examples where I know that it's the truth. I've had there's a particular line of questioning that they will ask.
Yes.
Because I'm black. How long have you been doing this? Where'd you learn how to do this? Where'd you go to school? Is this your business? Do you own this business? And whenever it's that line of questioning, I know that it's solely because I'm black.
Okay.
And I mean, it still happens now. I don't care now, but in the beginning, I cared because I was fearful that they wouldn't come back because I'm black.
Wow. So now the mindset is I believe in myself. I believe in my products and my results so much that I don't care what you think about
Absolutely.
me. Okay. I like that. I love that. And so I know that you said that you were recently overcoming a different challenge, right? With like discounts or something like that. And I wanted you to talk about that because that was a passionate conversation. And I remember.
Yes. So retaining the right clientele for your business. There are people that are discount seekers. So I used Groupon for several years, and in the beginning, Groupon actually helped build my business. It was very helpful, but there are a certain kind of people that purchase Groupon, and so that's kind of the lull that I'm going through right now, is filtering through those clients that only want discounts. And you know, it's okay to give a referral discount or a referral credit, but constantly, if a person is always getting a discount, then it's no longer a discount, it's your regular price. And that's not what we want. We want the client to pay the regular price. So that's kind of a situation that I'm going through currently, is filtering out the people that are constantly wanting discounts and getting in the people that know the value of my service and know the value of their results and are willing to pay regular price.
I love it. I love it. And so when you got your start in this industry, did you have like anyone who was mentoring you who maybe said, hey, no, girl, you need to put your picture out there. No, you need to let them know that you're black. Hey, it's outside of your husband, right? Because he's been very supportive. Did you have anyone who kind of went down the same path that you're going through and kind of guided you? Or
I did not. I did not. And I kind of did things backwards because I had been doing aesthetics. I'd already been doing it for about 7 years prior to opening my business, but I wasn't a licensed esthetician at the time. I was a certified medical assistant, so I worked in medical offices and things like that. So in order to open my business, I had to go back to school to get my license. And so that's what I did. No, I didn't have a mentor. I wish that I did, but I am now able to mentor others now. So I have a couple of estheticians that I help with their businesses, but no, I didn't have a mentor of my own.
Gotcha. So what were some mistakes that you made in the beginning that you, looking back, you're like, man, that was so crazy. And maybe if I had a mentor.
Woo, giving the farm away. Going back to the discounts, being so fearful that a client wouldn't pay my full price, I would slash the price to make it sound really good. That was a horrible mistake because those clients, yes, they came back, but they only came back for the discount. The other mistake I made was I didn't have proper having clients sign package agreements. I didn't have things in writing. So for example, there was a client that came to me, she purchased a package, she finished her package, she called her credit card company and said she never bought the package. They gave her a full refund.
Wow.
She had already received all of her facials. I had nothing in writing stating that she had purchased this package, that she had used the package. So now my clients sign package agreements. They have expirations. That way, if they go to the credit card company, I can present this paper to the credit card company like, look,
wow,
they signed it, they have a package agreement, yes, they did use these treatments.
Wow, I like it. I'm learning a lot just listening to this, right? It's another man's mistakes, another man's treasure and everything.
Right.
But I'm glad that we're capturing this. So can you tell us about maybe some habits or maybe some routines that worked for you as an employee that didn't work for you once you started your journey in entrepreneurship?
Worked for me as an employee, but
So
didn't.
perfect example. A lot of people, it's like I'm used to having a job where I go home, it's 9 to 5, I'm home by 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'm chilling on the couch, watching, TV.
Right. Yes, I cannot do that. There are times where my work, because I am a solo esthetician, so that means that I do everything. So sometimes, but when I pick up the kids and I get home, sometimes I need the kids to kind of go to the side because I need to get on, I need to post on my social media, I need to send out some emails. Sometimes my admin work doesn't get done if I have clients back to back to back, so I have to go home and do this admin work. I have to send out some emails, I have to create documents. So as an employee, you don't have to do that. You go to work, you come home. My work comes home with me.
Okay.
So, yes.
So at this point, you've been in business for 8 years, 2 locations. What's the vision for your company?
The goal is to hire 2 estheticians so that I'm not, currently I travel back and forth to the locations, which I do enjoy that, but I want both locations to be open simultaneously. So I've got to hire an esthetician. Nobody loves your business like you do.
Yes.
And so right now I am stuck.
Is it kind of hard for you to find people who you trust?
Very, very, very difficult to trust people, especially when you've built this business, you have all this expensive equipment in your suite and you don't want to come and the room is empty one day. So,
so that's the current fear of yours then.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever read, there's a book called, oh my goodness, Michael Gerber, the E-Myth. Have you ever heard of that book?
No.
Okay, so that's a book that I recommend to you. It's amazing, right? So Michael Gerber talks about how the average person, this is how they start their business, right? I have a job, I bake cakes. I love baking cakes. I hate my boss. So I say, screw you, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go open up my cake baking place, right? Well, now your passion is cake baking, but you also have to learn how to find a lease. You gotta learn how to market, advertise, sell, use social media.
Because you are wearing all of the hats. You are the marketing director. You are the manager. You're the supervisor.
So you already know what I'm going through.
You are the file clerk. You need to file those charts, Letitia.
Yes.
You are the esthetician. You are the accountant. Yes, you are wearing all of these hats. And so just because you are a good baker, you bake a good cake, that does not necessarily mean that you're good at marketing.
So you already know what the book is about. So I would recommend that book. It's amazing. And it teaches you how to go from a self-employed mentality to where it's all me to, hey, I need leverage. I need systems. I need things in place to where I can actually enjoy my time, my family, and my money and my business. Right? Letitia, this has been amazing. You've provided a lot of value. I knew this was going to be good because you're just so passionate on the phone call. I was like, man, I got to get that on camera. Right? And then Gary has the best smile, right? The best smile.
Yes, he does.
So what I want to do at this point, because you look at the camera, right? And again, the target audience is anywhere between like 20 and 35, 40. I've got a full-time job. I'm open to building a business on a part-time basis versus going and get a part-time job. What are 1, 2, or 3 tips that you could give them that maybe you wish you had known when you first got started in your business?
Do your homework, research, whatever it is that you are passionate about. Do your research on everything that you need before you start. Don't just jump in foot first. I'm gonna go bake this cake because I'm a good baker. Make sure that you look at what it costs to start the business, what you need, your supplies, everything that you need to start your business. Research first. And then once you've researched and you've written everything down that you are going to need, then you take your next step. But research before you start.
So that's the big number one tip. Okay.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for coming out and doing this.
Thank
Lastly, where can they reach you guys at? How can they contact you? Where can they find you and your products?
My website is destinyspa.net. I am on Facebook, Destiny Day Spa by Danye, Destiny Day Spa by Danye Frisco. I am on Yelp, and I am on Instagram, Destiny Day Spa by Danye.
Awesome. So again, guys, this has been our Gustic Dunbar, the hybrid entrepreneur, bringing you another free Enterprise Friday interview. Till next time, see you guys later.